live from the Berry Bowl on the campus of Logansport High School in Logansport, Indiana. Welcome to today's broadcast of IHSAA Regional Championship Basketball. Tonight's game features the Fort Wayne Northside Legends and the Carmel Greyhounds. Welcome to the IHSAA Champions Network on Hamilton County Television, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. We'd like to also thank our other great sponsors: Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, and Smith's Jewelers. My name is Brad Silbert, along with Perry Williams here at the Berry Bowl in Logansport for the regional championship here between the Carmel Greyhounds and the Fort Wayne Northside Legends. Perry, we're just about 3.5 minutes away from the opening festivities here, and it looks like we're going to have another good game here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good crowd here also. The Greyhound fans on one side and the Legend fans on the other.
Well, the lower half of the stadium is pretty well filled up, as you can see. Upper half is getting more and more people into it, so probably not as many in here as we had this afternoon, but still a pretty decent-sized crowd. Both of these teams come in here after winning it this afternoon. The Greyhounds beating Homestead, beating Homestead, and the Legends beating Zionsville. And those were both very good games this afternoon for both teams.
Absolutely. Carmel kind of jumped out early in their game, but the fourth quarter, Homestead came battling back and made it a ball game. Fort Wayne Northside against Zionsville, that was a battle of great ball teams, okay?
Yes,
it was back and forth, 11 lead changes and 9 tie games. So
well, it was quite a battle here, and one of the things we were looking at in the comparisons on these teams, Perry, bench scoring. Both teams had people come off the bench, not a lot of bench play, but the Carmel Greyhounds had 14 points from their bench, whereas the Northside Legends only had 3. So that could make a difference down the stretch here, depending on how physical a game this is, number one, and depending on how quickly the referees are blowing the whistle for fouls.
Absolutely, and we got 2 great guys in the middle here tonight. John Michael Malloy, which definitely was down from his normal season average. And even though Keon Brooks was the leading scorer for Fort Wayne Northside, he was about 9 points down from his regular season scoring average.
Brooks averages 14 and Malloy averages 15.2. The only points John Michael Malloy put on the scoreboard this afternoon were from the free throw line. Fans, you're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. You know every word to your school's fight song, but you can't remember your agent's last name. Let us know what you have and what you need. Find a local agent at infarmbureau.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Logan Street Signs, celebrating 25 years of Logan Street Signs and Banners, specialized in that last-minute signage of banners, serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or visit them on their website, loganstreetsigns.com.
Well, it looks like we're going to have another very exciting game here. A lot of history in both of these teams. Last time they met was just 364 days ago in the regional. Let's go over to PA announcer Greg Dominic for the opening ceremonies.
But also a salute to the men and women who have fought and died while helping to build this great nation. The Star Spangled Banner is a promise to not only fulfill our duties and obligations as citizens of the United States, but to also uphold the honorable principles of our Constitution. Last but not least, it is a symbol and a pledge to maintain the 4 great freedoms that are cherished by all of us as Americans. The freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom from want, and the freedom from fear. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats as we pause to honor both our state of Indiana and our great nation with Back Home Again in Indiana, followed by our national anthem as played by Logansport High School Band Director, Mr. Ned Boyd.
Back home again in Indiana, and it seems that I can see the gleaming candlelight still shining through the sycamores for me. The newborn hay sends all its fragrance from the fields I used to roam. When I dream about the Wabash, then I long for my Indiana.
We'll continue with Greg Dominic with the announcements of the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Logansport High School, a proud charter member of the North Central Conference, the Conference of Champions, welcomes you to our house, the warm and friendly confines, the historic Ferry Bowl, and the 108th Annual Indiana High School Athletic Association Boys Basketball Regional Tournament. Tonight's championship contest features the 21-5 Fort Wayne Northside Legends, who will be taking on the 19-7 Carmel Greyhounds. Let's meet the starting five, the red and white of Fort Wayne Northside. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 1, Brandon Johnson. At guard, a 6'3" senior, number 4, Austin Boucher. At forward, a 6'5" junior, 0, Lucas Croft. At forward, a 6'6" senior, number 11, Nate Corball. The other forward for the Legends, a 6'8" junior, number 12, Keon Brooks. The Legends are coached by Mr. Shabazz Khalid. And now the starting five for the Lewins Old of Carmel High School. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 3, Cole Jenkins. At guard, a 6-foot senior, number 4, Eddie Gill. At guard, a 5'11" junior, number 11, Luke Petty. At forward, a 6'6" junior, number 20, Andrew Owens. The other forward for the Greyhounds, a 6'10" junior, 33, John Michael Malloy.
Well, Perry, it was 364 days ago that these two teams met at the Eric Clark Activity Center, and it ended up being an overtime loss for the Greyhounds, 52-49. The Legends would go on to the state title game, but fall in the title game. So this is kind of a rematch, shall we say, of what we had exactly 364 days ago.
And you got a lot of experienced basketball players on this team on both sides of the floor. So this ought to be a good one, Brad.
Brooks and Malloy to jump it off, to start it off here. Greyhounds get the initial tip. Cole Jenkins sets the offense. Andrew Owens drives, takes it back out. Jenkins, Eddie Gill. Gill has a lane to the basket. He is fouled. That's going to put Eddie Gill at the line for 2 shots. He's fouled by number 0, Lucas Croft.
Lucas Croft is first, team first. At the line with 2.
Gill goes to the line for 2 shots. Gill is a 76% free throw shooter. First one is up and nothing but net for Eddie Gill.
He scored 4 points this morning's game against Homestead. He got in foul trouble early and
he spent a lot of time on the bench.
PT time.
Yes, he did. Second shot by Gill is up. He gets the roll. 2-0 in favor of the Greyhounds. 7:35, game just underway here at the Berry Bowl. Brandon Johnson, he was in foul trouble in the game early this morning and sat on the bench an awful lot too. Croft. Over to Johnson. Carbaugh in the corner to Brooks. Brooks takes a 3-pointer. Nothing but net. Good start there for Keon Brooks in this game, and he's going to be one of the keys to success if the Legends are to win this game tonight, Perry.
Absolutely. Brooks got 14 points in the morning game against Zionsville.
Luke Hetty, Andrew Owens. Hetty thought about a 3 but did not take the shot. John Michael Malloy under the net. We have a travel. First turnover of the game, and it goes against the Greyhounds. Keon Brooks inbounds that ball to Austin Boucher. Johnson looking for help. Back out to Keon Brooks. That ball goes out of bounds, but last touch by the Greyhounds. So the Legends will have the ball out of bounds in the corner. Lucas Croft for the inbound. Around the corner there. Kind of a dangerous pass there. Brendan Johnson finally got it. Poked away by Hetty, or rather Jenkins. And Cole Jenkins is going to pick up the foul on that one. Looks like they're...
Greyhound foul, number 3, Cole Jenkins, his first, team first.
Looks to me like they're going to call this pretty tight tonight. The layup gets the roll.
Legends up 5-2 here with 5:54 left to go in the first quarter.
Brendan Johnson with that field goal. Eddie Gill Back over to Luke Heddy. He's got 3, and it rings in and out. Finally recovered by Eddie Gill once again. Still batting up and down, and a big rebound there by Keon Brooks. Brooks gets it over to Boucher. And we got a block. I think that's going to go on Luke Heddy.
Yes.
That's right. Luke Heddy picks up the foul.
Luke Heddy is first, team number 2.
Two fouls on the Greyhounds here early. 5:18 remaining in the first quarter. Legends up by 3 at 5-2. Bocher drives, illegal dribble. He was being guarded very closely there by John Michael Malloy, and when I heard that whistle, I thought, is Malloy going to pick up an early foul here? But it turned out to be an illegal dribble. First turnover on the Legends. Cole Jenkins with the ball. Jenkins back to Eddie Gill. Gill was trying to get it inside, didn't have anybody in there. Luke Heddy. Cole Jenkins into Malloy. We got a foul called under the basket. That one's going to go on the Legends.
Number 12, Keon Brooks.
Keon Brooks picks up the foul. Both teams with 2 fouls here. 4:46 remaining in the first quarter. 5-2 lead for the Legends. Eddie Gill, Luke Heddy. Heddy looking to drive. He brings it in under the basket. Andrew Owens with it. The turnaround jumper misses. Rebound by the Legends quickly down the court. 2 on the way.
0, Lucas
And that's
Croft
Lucas
with
Croft.
the bucket for the Legends.
Increases the Legend lead to 7-2 at the 4:17 mark. Heddy. Nice jump shot there by Cole Jenkins.
Jenkins scores. Cole Jenkins.
7-4 now in favor of the Legends at the 4-minute mark here of the first quarter. Johnson looking for help. Gets it inside, right back outside to Johnson. He drives, puts up the floater, and he gets that.
Johnson
4 points so
Brandon
far
Johnson.
for Brandon Johnson. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Noblesville Trophies offers a large range of products, including sports trophies, corporate award, and in-house embroidery. Noblesville Trophies provides you with that same-day service for those last-minute decisions. Contact them at 317-773-7391 or check them out on their website, noblesvilletrophies.com.
I think Coach Osborne wants to make sure that this game doesn't get too far out of hand here too early. Hounds are down right now by 5 with 3:47 left here in the first quarter.
Greyhound Bowl as play resumes here at the Bowl.
Cole Jenkins coming across the timeline. Jenkins to Luke Heddy. Back to Jenkins. John Michael Malloy under the basket, turns, a little hook shot. John Michael Malloy has got his first field goal of the night and his first field goal of the day. Lucas Croft drives, does not get the bounce. Jalen Wack has come into the game for the Greyhounds. He gets the rebound.
Wack had a great ball game this afternoon, Brad, as you and I well know.
Yes, he did. 12 points. Long three-pointer by Eddie Gill. All of a sudden, we've gone from a 9-5 lead to a 9-9 tie.
Now that looks like a good timeout that Coach Osborne called.
It sure was. Here's Keon Brooks for a 3. He gets it.
That's his second 3.
2 field goals for Brooks, 2 3-point goals. 6 points for Brooks so far in this game, 2:28 in the first quarter. 12-9 in favor of Fort Wayne North. Malloy under the basket. Turns, lays it up, gets fouled, but does not get the shot. Is that going to go on Brooks? We'll have to. Yes, it is. That is on Keon Brooks. That is his second. That could be big in this game.
Absolutely.
Number 12, Keon Brooks, his second, team third.
Question is now, does Coach Kalik, does he leave Brooks in or does he take him out? Malloy with 2 shots.
He's a 76% free throw shooter.
Gets the first one. Referee's discussing something here. Oh, there's some water, some debris over on the floor over there on the side. And I think they're trying to wait here just a moment to get that cleaned up in case anybody gets close to the out-of-bounds line there. We have 2 minutes and 19 seconds remaining in the first quarter here. Legends ahead of the Hounds, 12-10. Regional basketball action from the Berry Bowl here in Logansport. You know, Perry, when we went on the air just about 10 minutes to 8, there were still quite a few seats left here. Well, there's still a number of seats left, but the lower part of this arena is pretty well filled up, and even a very respectable sized crowd here in the arena. So I think we've got just as many, if not more people than we had here for the 2 games this afternoon.
I think you're right. I think this gymnasium, holds 5,800?
Yeah, I think it's around 5,500, somewhere in that area.
So we probably got, what do you say, Brad, 4,000 maybe?
I would say somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000, undoubtedly. 5,830 is the exact seating capacity of this place. Malloy takes his second shot, puts it right through.
Well, the Greyhounds have worked themselves right back in this ball game, Brad.
Well, you were saying earlier that timeout by Coach Osborne, a well-spent timeout to let his players settle down. Brooks, the pass is going to him. Eddie Gill got just a little bit too close there, and Gill's going to pick up the personal.
Greyhound foul is on number 4.
That is his first, third team foul of the half.
With 2:07 left to go here in the first quarter, it's Fort Wayne Northside 12, Carmel 11.
There's an offensive foul on the Legends, and that is going to go on number 4, Austin Boucher. That's going to be the 4th for the Legends.
Foul, number 4, Austin Boucher, his first.
Keon Brooks playing with 2 at this point early in the game. No, boy. John Michael Malloy just basically ran up to the basket and got a big dunk there. Boucher comes back. He traveled. All of a sudden, this thing has turned around, Perry. It went from a 5-point lead for the Legends to a 1-point lead for the Hounds at 13-12. 1:40 left here in the first quarter.
That's a third turnover for Fort Wayne North, and Boucher has all 3 turnovers. Taking.
Back to John Michael Malloy, and they're going to call that a jump ball. I thought they were going to call a foul on that. And the possession goes to the Legends. Legends get a break on that because there was a lot of contact under that basket.
Was. And that foul could have been on Brooks.
Yes, because he was right in there. Carbaugh all the way around the horn to Brandon Johnson. Johnson takes it over to Carbaugh. Here's Croft for a 3. He misses. Big rebound there by Cole Jenkins. Jenkins taking it end to end, gets it to Luke Heddy. Heddy takes it down under the basket, gets the layup. What a move by Luke Heddy. Greyhounds are ahead 15-12, under a minute here in the first quarter. Under the basket, layup missed. Jalen Wack with the rebound. That was very close to being over the back. 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 3-point lead for the Greyhounds.
The Greyhounds won't get in a real big hurry here. It has to be an awful good shot.
Eddie Gill with the ball. Johnson poking away at Cole Jenkins. Back to Gill again. 20 seconds in the quarter. Cole Jenkins in the outside corner. Got Brendan Johnson on him. Jenkins drives, puts the floater up, gets it. Cole Jenkins with 4 points. There's going to be a whistle here with 0.3 of a second left. I think they whistled it because somebody batted that ball out of bounds.
Malloy knocked it out of bounds.
In the lineup for the Legends,
0.3 of a second, so about all they can do is a pitch and shoot here. And that will end the first quarter with the score, the Carmel Greyhounds 17, Fort Wayne Northside Legends 12. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is Old You. And this is Now You.
Clive wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Welcome back to the Berry Bowl. I'm Brad Silbert along with Perry Williams. We've got 1 1/4 in the books, and the Greyhounds have got a 5-point lead, Perry, and what an exciting first quarter. This kind of went back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the big story may be that Keon Brooks has 2 fouls for Fort Wayne Northside, and the Greyhounds are not in any foul trouble at all, and that Eddie Gill has got the assignment tonight on Keon Brooks, and that first quarter he did a good job of
Brooks still
of
managed to get
him.
6 points, a couple 3-point goals, but
I mean,
just could not get open that much, though.
No, you're right. Malloy had a good first quarter for the Greyhounds.
Greyhounds with the initial possession of the second quarter. Cole Jenkins setting up the offense into John Michael Malloy. Malloy turns, puts it up, it's blocked. Knocked out of there by Brooks, eventually taken by Austin Butcher. All the way back across the court to Jalen Causey. He's into the game. There's a travel. Oh, foul called. I thought they were calling a travel there. That's going to be on John Michael Malloy. That is his first. 4th team foul. Brooks inbounds the ball to Boucher. Back to Boucher in the corner. Boucher gets it back to Brooks. Brooks with a 3. That one he does not get. Rebounded by John Michael Malloy. And the Greyhounds take the possession.
Eddie Gill's making Brooks work hard to get the ball.
Cole Jenkins setting the offense. Normally you'd see Gill and Jenkins in the backcourt. Just seeing more of Luke Hetty back there now. That one misses, and Jalen Wack just could not get to the ball to make the recovery, so the ball will go over to the Fort Wayne North Legends. 6:53 here in the second quarter. Carmel ahead of Fort Wayne, 17-12. The Greyhounds wanting to avenge that overtime loss just about a year ago in the regional at Carmel. Legends wanting to go on to the semi-state for the second time in a row. Jump shot by Keon Brooks is good. He's got 8 points now.
When he gets the ball, I mean, Gill's going to have a hard time handling, but Gill's working very, very hard to deny him the ball.
Cole Jenkins up to Luke Hetty. Hetty had an opening there, didn't take it. Wack drives, puts the layup in, and Jalen Wack has got his first points of the game. Wack had 12 off the bench in the game earlier today. Brooks trying to back in there. Here's a 3. by Causey. He misses. Who's there but Jalen Wack? Wack has truly been the definition of that sixth man off the bench, Perry. He's done a great job today. Luke Hetty. Back out to Eddie Gill. Jalen Wack. Cole Jenkins. Hetty in the corner. Wack thought about the three, did not take it. Malloy on the baseline, trying to decide what to do. He turns, puts it up, misses, gets his own rebound, puts it up again and misses. That one's going to go out of bounds. It's off the hand of the Legends. John Michael Malloy with 2 opportunities there, missed both of them.
Yeah, 2 easy shots.
But the Greyhounds get a break here because the Legends knocked that ball out of bounds, so it'll be coming inbounds from Luke Hetty right under the basket. Right back to John Michael Malloy. Malloy turns, puts the jumper up, gets his own rebound again. That's 4 shots in a row John Michael Malloy has missed. Legends quickly down the court. The jump shot, and that is Brendan Johnson who picks that one up. He gets his 6th point of the night. 4:52 in this one in the first half. Carmel 19, Fort Wayne Legends 16.
Both teams with 4 fouls right now.
Wack setting up the offense. Luke Hetty looking over to the bench to Ryan Osborne to get instructions. Once again, Cole Jenkins. That one is tipped away, and we're going to have a foul called, or are we going to have an out-of-bounds play?
Out of bounds.
Greyhounds get a break because I think Hetty thought he might have caught the foul on that. Inbound to Cole Jenkins. Jenkins being guarded by Brendan Johnson. Johnson's quite the defender, isn't he?
Oh, absolutely.
Luke Hetty. Hetty to Jenkins. Jenkins slipped. Got his balance back. Malloy drives toward the basket all the way over into the corner. Hetty looked like he was going to take a 3, but hesitated on it. Eddie Gill trying to set the offense. He takes it in under the basket, gets the roll, and gets the point and picks up the foul.
That was one heck of a shot there by Eddie Gill. He went in that tall timber of Keon Brooks and took him on.
And Keon Brooks has got a problem. He has just picked up his 3rd foul of the game, and that's going to put him on the bench. They're bringing in number 11, Nate Carbaugh. Tough break for the Legends.
Absolutely.
3:58, halfway through the second quarter.
Yeah.
And their star player is on the bench. Gill with 1 shot. Gets it. Eddie Gill with 8 points now on the night.
That was some shot by Gill. I mean,
3 on the way for the Legends. That one's long. Rebounded by Croft.
It's Malloy.
Malloy going to pick up that foul?
Yeah.
Yep, John Michael Malloy picks up his 2nd foul. Still not in the shooting. Each team with 5 fouls. Oh, that's on Cole Jenkins. I'm sorry. I thought they called that on Malloy.
What a block there by Hetty.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Oh my! Eddie Gill had an opportunity there, and he just missed it. 22-16, 3:25 in the second quarter. Greyhounds leading the Legends. Got a lot of end-to-end action here, Perry.
Yeah, and they're letting them play. I'll have to say that.
Jalen Wack back out to Luke Hetty up top.
But they're calling it both ways.
Yeah, they've done a good job so far.
They're letting them play.
Hetty gets it into Malloy, and that one is off of.
It was off Malloy. He just lost his hand. He just lost it.
14,
Karsten Windland in for the first time tonight. His father Todd is just a few feet down from us watching the game tonight, the head coach of the Lady Greyhounds. Legends try to cut into this 6-point lead. Croft That's going to be an offensive foul on Lucas Croft, and he picks up number 2, 6th on the team. So after this, it's going to be the 1-and-1 for the Greyhounds.
Wack is so quick, man, I'm telling you.
Yes, he is. Croft picking up his 2nd foul. Legends already have Keon Brooks on the bench with 3. Karsten Windland getting his first action of the evening. Luke Heddy. Heddy puts a short jumper up, misses. Rebounded by the Legends. That one's brought all the way down by Boucher. Back to Boucher. He shoots a 3, he misses. John Michael Malloy with the rebound. Jalen Wack brings it down, puts an easy layup up, and the Carmel Greyhounds have extended their lead to 8 points here at the 2:07 mark of the second quarter. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
From Church, Hiddle, and Antler, for personal injury claims to complex business litigations, to divorce cases, Church, Hiddle, and Antler protect the rights of individuals, businesses, schools, government bodies all around Indiana, including Noblesville, Fishers, Maryville, and Tipton. You can contact their Noblesville office at 317-773-5320.
The Greyhounds were ahead 17-12 after the first quarter, Perry, and now here at the 2:07 mark of the second quarter, they've stretched that lead to 8 points at 24-16. What a difference it makes in this game, both offensively and defensively for the Legends, when you got to have your star player, Keon Brooks, on the bench.
Oh, yeah, he's a great player. There's no doubt about it. He's a real deal. He's a junior. He's an outstanding player. But they definitely, this is a different team when he's out of the ballgame.
Probably a good time out there by Coach Kalik, trying to just settle his players down and say, don't let this thing get any further out of hand. They may not be able to get close to a tie in this at the half, but they can at least maybe cut into this lead a little bit here. We're at the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Glad you could join us tonight on Hamilton County Television, along with all of our other affiliates and the IHSAA Champions Network. Thank you for joining us. Boucher down on the baseline gets it underneath to Nate Carbaugh, and Carbaugh gets the easy jump shot, scores his first 2 points of the game. 24-18 now in favor of the Greyhounds. Karsten Windland gets it to John Michael Malloy on the baseline. Malloy driving toward the basket, turns under the basket as Jalen Wack. That is what you call very, very unselfish play. Malloy saw Wack wide open, and rather than taking the shot, he dished it off to Wack. Wack with the easy 2-point play for the Greyhounds. Legends trying to get something going here. 1 minute remaining here in the half. Carbaugh. That's Brendan Johnson. He goes all the way up under the basket, gets his own rebound. Do we have a foul called there? I think we do. That's going to go on John Michael Malloy, and that is going to be 3 on him.
Greyhound foul, 33, John Michael Malloy.
Both teams now with 6.
That's his second foul,
okay,
they say.
that's my error. I'm sorry, Perry.
Yeah, because it was on Owens instead of Malloy.
So that is 2, but Legends take advantage of the inbound play.
Boucher scores.
Boucher
Boucher
scores his first 2 points of the night to cut it to a 6-point lead. 30 seconds in the half. Karsten Windland, Jalen Wack. Wack drives, brings it back out. I don't think he ever had an intention of shooting that ball.
It didn't. It didn't
Eddie
happen.
Gill, 3 points from Karsten Windland. He's got it. Karsten Windland gets his first 3 points of the night. 3 for the Legends. And we've played 16 minutes of basketball here at the Berry Dome. Carmel Greyhounds 29, Fort Wayne Northside Legends 20. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
When medical care is needed, where will you turn? With Community's Connect to Care program, one call or click finds you the closest open appointment. Request a time yourself, or let us do it. From a primary care doctor or virtual visit, to a med check or community clinic at Walgreens. Just call or click. You can go right to our website or to me. Connect to Care from Community.
Can I help you?
Yeah. I'm looking for Logan Street signs and banners.
You found us.
But this ain't Logan Street.
We moved 22 years ago.
You're telling me that Logan Street signs and banners isn't on Logan Street anymore?
Exactly.
So what are you saying?
Logan Street signs and banners conveniently not located on Logan Street, but on South 10th Street in Noblesville, Indiana.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
This is old you. And this is now you.
5 wears his fire hat and coat in the wind.
Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agent. And now you can stop knocking on wood.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
It's halftime at the Berry Bowl here with the Carmel Greyhounds ahead of the Fort Wayne North Legends 29-20. And we'd like to welcome you to this evening's broadcast of Regional Championship IHSAA 4A basketball on the IHSAA Champions Network, also on Hamilton County Television, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. We'd like to thank our other great sponsors: Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, and Smith's Jewelers. Perry, we have had everything and anything happen in this game. I think we were expecting this to be a little bit tighter, but as of right now, the Greyhounds have got a 9-point lead on the Legends. And to be quite frank with you, I think the reason that they've got that lead is the fact that Keon Brooks has been sitting on the bench for about the last half of the second quarter with 3 fouls.
Absolutely, and let's look here, Brad, on the stats here. Out of the 16 minutes, Keon Brooks has played 12 minutes, so he's had to set 4 minutes here, which was all in that second quarter, which the Greyhounds outscored Fort Wayne North 12-8, in that quarter. So that's a big part there too. And the Greyhounds have played very good basketball. Eddie Gill sitting right now, the leading scorer for the Greyhounds with 8 points. And Jalen Wack, you can't say enough about this 6'2" senior. I mean, he's got 6 points, but he also does a lot of things well out there for the Carmel Greyhounds.
I think you can aptly call him a super sub. I mean, he comes off the bench, and it's almost like the team almost loses nothing. Because I mean, he, in the game earlier today, he came in, scored 12 points.
Halftime score, Oak Hill 24.
The other thing too, on the Fort Wayne North side of the ball game here, Brandon Johnson has 6 points. Keon Brooks has 8, but like we said, he's set for about 4 minutes. Quite a few kids have played. You've got Croft, you've got Johnson, and you've got Beaujeur that have all played the entire half. And for the Greyhound side, you got Gill, you got Hetty that have both played the entire ball game. So, that let's see how that goes. I know they're young and everything, but this is a little bit different with coming in here with playing 2 games in one day. Okay,
yeah. There's a little bit of a stamina situation here. It's tough enough to play back-to-back nights, but when you have to play one game and then come back 6 or 8 hours later and play another game, boy, that's really something else.
And we know Eddie Gill's a tough ball player, but he's exerted a lot of energy on those 12 minutes that he played on Keon Brooks.
We're going to take just a real quick break here, then we'll be back with some other scores. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Fans, don't just hope you're covered in the event of an accident. Find agents in every county at infarmbureau.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, stop knocking on wood.
All right, I got a few scores here. At halftime, Danville 25, Lebanon 17. Also, Warren Central 48, Terre Haute South Vigo 25 in the second quarter. We got Oak Hill 24, Tipton 20 at the half. Brad, that's about all the scores I have presently, but I'm sure they'll continue to come in here a little bit.
Well, the 4 games that are being played in Class 4A tonight up at Michigan City, it's Elkhart Memorial taking on South Bend Riley. Of course, here in Logansport, it's Fort Wayne North and Carmel. Southport, you've got Terre Haute and Warren Central, and down in Seymour, you got Center Grove and New Albany. So a full slate of games here.
And we already know that Warren Central is winning.
Yeah.
In that regional, and we know the Greyhounds are winning here. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see who ends up playing next week in the semi-states.
Perry, tell me, what do you expect in the second half?
Well, they have to take, Fort Wayne North's got to take a gamble bringing Brooks back in the ball game and hoping that he doesn't get that 4th foul here early. For the Greyhounds, they just got to continue to do what they've been doing.
The one thing with the Greyhounds is tonight is they've got very balanced scoring with Jenkins with 4, Gill with 8, Wack with 6, and Malloy with 6. So we don't have one dominant scorer like we had for the Legends there, where Keon Brooks with 8 points and Brendan Johnson with 6. Fans, you're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on wood.
Fans, you know every word of your school's fight song, but you can't remember your agent's last name. Let us know what you have and what you want and what you need. Find a local agent at infarmbureau.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood. Perry, we're about 10 or 15 seconds away from the beginning of the third quarter here. This is going to be pivotal, I think, for the Legends because, first of all, with Keon Brooks playing with 3 fouls, they certainly cannot afford to have him pick up foul number 4. And if they're going to get back in this game, they need to keep Brooks on the floor. So he's going to maybe have to play a little bit more conservatively than he has in the past.
And we also know that Brandon Johnson can
light it up
anytime. So
Johnson had 13 points in the morning game. Carbaugh under the basket, guarded by Malloy, backs out. Brooks in the corner. Eddie Gill on him. Brooks in the corner to Croft. Croft with a 3 on the way, misses.
Man, Gill was up
Wow,
there.
did he sky for that one?
Yeah.
Eddie Gill with a great rebound. 7:22 remaining here in the third quarter. John Michael Malloy back outside to Whack. Whack with a 3, misses that. That one's going to go on Andrew Owens. He went over the back.
You just can't do that, Brad. I mean, we talk about that all the time. You go over the top like that, you're going to get caught every time.
Yeah, he was blatant.
And I think he knew it after he'd done it, too.
Yep.
But at Seymour. At Seymour, New Albany is ahead 42-28.
Over Center Grove.
Over Center Grove.
Not a big surprise.
That's in the third quarter.
Yeah. Luke Heddy with the ball. Eddie Gill getting the Greyhound offense set up. Heddy. Nice pick there. Nice move by Luke Heddy.
Heddy come down hard.
Yeah, he came down hard. That one's going to go against 0-0 Lucas Croft, and that is going to be his third foul. Heddy is still on the floor. Heddy still down on the floor. The athletic staff out there looking over Luke Heddy. He came down hard. I couldn't tell if he...
and that's one tough kid. I mean...
Yeah. They're working on his knee in his upper legs. I don't know if he may have twisted something, but you could most definitely hear the contact and hear him hit the floor as far away as we are. We're a good 50, 60 feet away. And,
but he is kind of moving and stretching a little bit.
Yeah,
right
they're
now,
trying to. I think they're trying to stretch the knee and the ligaments out here. Seems to have some movement in that. You always
might
hate
be
to
just
see this
what
happen.
we in the old days we called a stinger. You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well,
she's massaging that spot right there,
that
right
gives,
above the knee.
It gives both of these teams a. Danville is ahead of Lebanon.
28-17.
And Heddy is up. He's going to go to the line. And I believe he will get 2 shots. But that is number 3 on Lucas Croft.
14, Karsten Winland.
I think he's got to come out.
Yeah, because of the injury timeout, he has to come
well,
out.
and the trainer went to see him, so.
Yeah, so Luke Heddy will come out. And
halftime score from Michigan City, Elkhart Memorial 38, South Bend Riley 35.
Wow, there's a possible upset in the making.
Yeah, Elkhart Central 38.
Windland goes up.
South Bend Riley 35.
Windland picks up his 4th point of the night. And gets the roll for the 5th. Greyhounds extend their lead to 11 here at the 6:30 mark in the third quarter. Johnson looking for help. So far can't get it. That's Boucher. Back to Brooks. Brooks finally comes up with the ball. What do we have called here? I believe what we had called there, I think Eddie Gill got his hand on the ball, but he may have been out of bounds because the ball is going to stay with the Legends. Boucher inbounds. Johnson. Childers. Boucher. That's going to be a blocking foul on the Greyhounds.
I think it's going to be a Windland.
Yep.
Yeah.
Karsten Windland picks up his first, second team foul of the half.
His first, team number 2.
.607 here in the third quarter, 31-20 in favor of the Greyhounds. Brendan Johnson looking to set the offense. Back to Boucher. Boucher almost loses the ball. That one is knocked away by Eddie Gill. Boucher scrambles back over the timeline to get the ball, resetting the offense. Childers. Johnson once again. Johnson sits down with the ball. That's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow is in favor of the Carmel Greyhounds. I think what the Greyhounds defense has done here, Perry, they're just frustrating the offense of the Legends.
Oh, absolutely. They have Brooks very frustrated, Eddie Gill does right now.
Here's a good sign. Luke Hetty is coming back into the game. He's seems to be just a little bit...
he's a tough kid.
He's a tough kid, but seems to be favoring that one leg just a tad. But maybe, maybe a couple runs up and down the court that'll loosen up for him. Hetty beyond the three-point line, gets it to John Michael Malloy. Malloy back out to Jalen Wack. Wack with a three on the way, misses. That one is rebounded by Causey. Brooks with the ball under the net. Johnson cannot get a shot off. Johnson once again, he goes under the net, misses. That one's poked out of bounds by John Michael Malloy. And the Legends will have the ball back. 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. An 11-point lead for the Carmel Greyhounds.
5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
Referees are going to stop this and talk to both Causey and John Michael Malloy. A little bit of shoving going on there. Getting just a little bit tense there under the basket.
Little testy, right?
Yes, sir. Johnson with the ball. He traveled. He thought he was going to get the foul called. He traveled instead.
Yeah.
This Greyhound defense has really got the Legends frustrated right now. They just can't solve this Greyhound defense. Luke Hetty comes right back.
Got his own
rebound. Wow. Hetty back to Eddie Gill. Gill over in the corner to Hetty. Hetty thought about a three, did not take it. Here's Andrew Owens with a three. Greyhounds a 14-point lead at the 4:25 mark of the third quarter. Greyhound students immediately to our right, loving every moment of this. Causey, Keon Brooks. Brooks has got to get some points here. Brooks puts it up, misses. 6'10" John Malloy brings that ball down for the Greyhounds. Legends have yet to score in this quarter, Perry. Into Malloy. Malloy back to... tried to go to Hetty.
Oh, no.
Brandon Johnson is going to get the field goal.
That's going to be on Eddie Gill.
Eddie Gill is going to pick up the foul. Gill picks up his second.
At the line for one more.
Brandon Johnson will have the opportunity. First free throw of the night. Hard to believe for the Legends. Johnson puts it up and gets it.
That was on Carmel's 4. Eddie Gill his second, team third.
Johnson with 9 points so far this evening. Leading scorer for the Legends. Jalen Wack setting it up for the Greyhounds. Gill with Johnson on him. Over to Wack. Keon Brooks on him. Wack just goes in, just right around the defense and gets the 2 points.
He's very explosive, Brad.
That's going to go on Austin Bocher. His second team foul of the half. Both teams with 2 team fouls.
Carmel up 36-23 over Fort Wayne Northside with 3:24 left to go.
Wack with the extra one.
In this quarter.
Does not get the roll.
In the third quarter.
First free throw of the night that's been missed by the Greyhounds.
You know, the Greyhounds' defense is unbelievable, you know.
Yeah, it's amazing. The Greyhounds are 7 for 8 from the free throw line. Big difference in this game. Northside has only had 1 free throw shot in the game, which they did make. Got another foul called here. That is going to go against the Legends. That is going to go on Jalen Causey.
Jalen Causey, his first team third.
That's his third. Both teams with 3 personal fouls. 3:12 here in the third quarter. 36-23 in favor of the Carmel Greyhounds. Eddie Gill gets some help from Luke Heddy. Causey on Heddy. Wack. Over to Owens. Back to Gill. Greyhounds content to hold this ball and get a good shot, which so far in this quarter they've done. They've outscored the Legends 7-2 in this quarter. That one goes out of bounds off the Legends. Luke Heddy will inbound that almost under their own basket. Gets it into Owens in the corner. That one was tipped out of bounds by number 4, Austin Bocher.
That's a tough spot over there to bring the ball inbounds.
Yeah. Into Malloy. Eddie Gill. Luke Heddy. He's got Causey on him. What do we have here? Do we have a timeout call?
Full timeout.
Carmel Greyhounds call a full timeout. Fans, you're watching the IHSAA Champions Networks, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Smith's Jewelers has been serving Hamilton County, including Noblesville, Fishers, Westfield, and Carmel for over 65 years. Many jewelry stores have come and gone, yet Smith's remains. If one were to ask how and why, the answer would be our outstanding jewelry selection and customer service. The knowledgeable staff at Smith's Jewelers is eager to give you, our customers, a memorable and positive experience. You can contact them at 317-773-3383 or check them out online, smithsonthesquare.com.
Kind of recapping this game, the Carmel Greyhounds came out in the first quarter, took a 17-12 lead at the end of the first. Halftime, they were up by 9 at 29-20. 2:25 remaining here in the third quarter, and the Greyhounds have stretched that 9-point lead to a 16-point lead. And all this time, Keon Brooks has been out there, and he has yet to score in this quarter.
Play resumes here in the bowl.
Malloy gets the inbound pass. Heddy almost stepped on the backcourt line.
But he knew it, so he...
Yeah. Well, by the time that ball got to his hand, his foot had moved. There's Andrew Owens with the bank shot.
Owens does that well when he gets that move inside like that.
Owens with 5 points. It's a 15-point lead for the Greyhounds. Childers into Keon Brooks. Brooks misses.
But there, Eddie Gill, he was up with him. I mean, but he can't handle him, but he was up, you know, got his timing off a little bit.
Got in his face and just disrupted him enough to get him out of his rhythm. Childers really, really close on Luke Heddy. Andrew Owens once again with the bank shot. He misses. That one's rebounded by the Legends. Are they going to be able to keep that ball in bounds? The ball is going to stay with the Fort Wayne Northside Legends.
Heddy pleading his case over there.
Yeah.
I don't think he won, though, do you?
No, he wasn't going to win that. Brandon Johnson, Justin Childers, Jalen Childers misses. That one's rebounded.
Eddie
Taken
Gill
away
with a
by
steal.
Eddie Gill. Aren't those are two of the fastest hands I've ever seen in my life on defense.
Absolutely.
Just over a minute left here in the third quarter. A 15-point lead for the Greyhounds, 38-23 over the Fort Wayne Northside Legends. Jalen Wack, Keon Brooks on him. Brooks backing off, not wanting to pick up that fourth foul.
Yeah, because if Wack gets a chance, he'll blow right by him, just like that.
Yep, there goes
There
Wack.
it is.
Oh my. Missed an easy shot.
But look at that. Comes
Rebounded
back.
by Croft, and Wack is going to pick up a foul. I call that a frustration foul, Perry,
absolutely.
because he thought he had the shot there.
Carmel foul.
And Jalen Wack picks up his first foul. That's 4 now on the Greyhounds, 36.2 left here in the third quarter. Bocher, Heddy on him under the basket. Johnson back out to Childers. 3 on the way. That's going to be a 3-shot foul against the Carmel Greyhounds. That's going to put Austin Bocher at the line for 3. And that one's going to go against number 11, Luke Heddy, number 5 on the team. Austin Bocher, who is an 82% free throw shooter, with only the second, third, and fourth free throw attempts of the night so far for the Fort Wayne North Legends. Gets the first, gets the second. That's going to bring number 11, Nate Carbaugh, back in. Keon Brooks getting a little bit of extra rest here between the third and fourth quarter.
Because he's got to be frustrated.
Yeah, he's got to be tired too. So Bocher goes up there and makes all 3 of the free throws. Legends are 4 for 4 from the line. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Wack setting up the offense for the Greyhounds. Under 10. Wack drives, brings it up, does not get the bounce. Andrew Owens puts the ball back up, and he's going to be going to the line for 2.
I'll tell you what, Wack and Eddie Gill kept the ball, up in the air there for Owens to get fouled.
Yeah, that's on Lucas Croft. That is his 4th. That could be another big factor here going on in this game. Andrew Owens to the line for 2 shots. Gets the first. That's 6 points for Owens. All of those points have come here in the third quarter.
Yeah, he set out most of the second quarter.
Yes, he did. 2.3 on the clock. 40-26 for the Greyhounds. So at the end of 3, the Carmel Greyhounds 40, the Fort Wayne North Legends 26. You're watching the IHSA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
This is old you. And this is now you. Things change. Your insurance should too. Talk to an Indiana Farm Bureau insurance agent, and now you can stop knocking on.
We are through 3 quarters here at the Berry Bowl in the regional championship between the Carmel Greyhounds and the Fort Wayne North Legends. We would certainly like to thank everybody watching us tonight on the IHSAA television network or on Hamilton County Television. We'd also like to give a big shout out and thank you to the athletic staff and everybody here at Logansport High School. I'll tell you, Perry, these folks know how to put on a tournament. They have done an excellent job.
Absolutely.
Also,
absolutely.
a big thank you to our technical crew, Jim and Bill Wofford at the controls. Perry, there's 8 minutes left to play. The Hounds have got a 14-point lead. Do you feel like this is their game to lose now?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
They
and,
just
if
they play careful, they can take this game.
This is where the Greyhounds kind of fell apart today, though. Wow.
That one was going to go inside. It was meant for Keon Brooks.
And Eddie Gill did not. He went up there and tapped it around. And
John Michael Malloy finally came down with the ball, but that's just the way it's gone tonight for the Legends.
Oh, easy basket by Owens.
Owens picks up his, see, what is that for Owens? That's 9 points now for Owens. And we got a foul called under the net.
Hetty.
So Luke Hetty picks up number 3. That's number 6 on the Greyhounds. Johnson over in the corner looking for some help. Under the basket to Keon Brooks. Is that going to be called a shooting foul? That's going to go on the Greyhounds, and that's going to go on number 33, John Michael Malloy, his third. Keon Brooks is going to go to the line for 2 shots.
You know,
first one is up by Brooks, and it's good.
Brad, a couple comments here. Eddie Gill has played every minute of this ball game. He has not been out of the ball game.
He's done a tremendous job.
Yeah, the other thing is the Greyhounds are winning the bench points 13-0.
So Brooks gets 1 of 2, cuts it to a 15-point lead, just a little bit over 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Hetty under the basket. Andrew Owens breaks free. And Owens now the leading scorer for the Greyhounds with 11 points. Boucher under the basket misses.
Owens with the
Rebounded
rebound.
by Owens. He's working it at both ends. 6:45. Carmel 44. Fort Wayne North 27. Beginning to look almost, oh my. Childers thought he had a clean takeaway there, or Causey, I'm sorry. That's number 5 on the Legends. Already 6 fouls on the Greyhounds, so the Legends will be going to the line till the end of the game now for at least a 1-and-1. Luke Hetty. Jalen Wack up top. Andrew Owens had the hot hand so far. John Michael Malloy with only 6 points tonight. Malloy to Hetty. Hetty guarded by Causey, and the Legends get the ball back. That one's going to go on John Michael Malloy. That is his 4th. No doubt about that one.
I mean, that's a bad foul. I mean,
yeah. That's going to be 2 shots for Keon Brooks. He's going to go back to the line. $17-point lead for the Greyhounds. Now it's down to 16. Brooks in double figures now with 10 points on the evening. Malloy back on the bench. Now he's going to bring Alex Jackson back in.
For the Greyhounds, number 12, Alex Jackson. 21 for the Legends, Andrew Kropp.
Second shot up by Brooks. It's good. Brooks is 3 for 4 from the line tonight.
11 points for Mr. Brooks.
5:59. 15-point lead for the Greyhounds. And Wack travels. That's a bad mistake by Jalen Wack. You don't see that very often. He's usually very poised and right on the ball. But will this be the break that the Legends need, Perry? They've got to get something going and
Absolutely.
get something going quick here.
Yes.
We're under 6 minutes. The Greyhounds ahead 44-29. Brooks for 3. What's the call?
It's going to be on Gill, I believe.
Yes, that's going to go on Eddie Gill.
Greyhound foul number 4, Eddie Gill, his 3rd, team 9.
That's the 7th team foul now, rather than 9th team foul, excuse me. Austin Boucher gets the first one. Second one is up. Boucher gets both of those. All of a sudden, it's down to a 13-point lead at 44-31. Boucher with 7 points tonight. That's Alex Jackson off of his leg. And the Legends are getting the breaks that they need in this thing, Perry, to try to get back in here. 13-point lead for the Greyhounds, 5:22 left. 3 points on the way. That one was tipped. Eddie Gill gets it, knocks it into Jalen Wack. And that one's going to go against Boucher. Austin Boucher is going to pick up his 3rd foul, number 6 on the Legends. That's going to bring Karsten Windland into the game in place of Alex Jackson. See what a difference that smaller lineup makes for the Greyhounds. Eddie Gill with the ball, almost had it knocked away from him. Windland's got it. Back out to Wack, Windland, Luke Heddy. Eddie Gill. I've got to believe that Coach Osborne would like to have the guys take some time off of the clock here. But that one is knocked away by Brendan Johnson. He misses, but recovered by the Legends. 3 on the way from Keon Brooks. He misses. Boucher with the ball. He puts it up. Does not get the roll, but Keon Brooks gets the tip.
He needs a call time. He is.
Keon Brooks with 13 points now. And the Carmel Greyhounds are going to take a full timeout. Fans, you're watching the IHSAA Champions Network presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Logan Street Signs and Banners, celebrating over 25 years. Logan Street Signs and Banners specialize in that last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check them out on the website, loganstreetsigns.com.
Fans, don't just hope you're covered in the event of an accident. Find agents in every Indiana county at infarmbureau.com. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood. Well, Perry, just when we thought that the Greyhounds might be in the driver's seat on this game, what was a 17-point lead here just a couple minutes ago has been cut down to an 11-point lead with 4 minutes and 36 seconds left in this. The Legends definitely have some momentum now.
Carmel ball, lads. Play resumes.
But the Greyhounds have got the ball, and the Greyhounds definitely in need of some points.
And this is exactly what happened in the morning game. The fourth quarter rose for the Greyhounds.
Eddie Gill, Owens, Luke Heddy, stolen. That one's knocked out of bounds. There's going to be a foul called on Eddie Gill. If that's on Gill, that's number 4 on him.
Carmel foul, number 4, Eddie Gill.
Gill does pick up the foul. That's number 10 on him, so the Legends are going to be in the double bonus for the rest of the game. Andrew Croft goes to the line. Misses his first. Croft had no free throws all season. Second one by Croft. A little bit strong on that one. He misses again. John Michael Malloy is back in the game for the Greyhounds, playing with 4 fouls. Got to give Keon Brooks a lot of credit. He's played this whole half with 3 fouls. Has not picked up that 4th. Gill thought about driving toward the net, does not. Gill once again with the ball. Picks up his dribble. Jalen Wack with it. Keon Brooks. We just talked about Brooks picking up fouls, and Brooks picks up number 4. And I think Keon knows that he screwed up on that one, Perry, because that was just...
Keon Brooks is 4, team 7.
Besides that, that was right in front of the referee.
Yeah, exactly. Jalen Wack is going to go to the line here. Wack is 0 for 1 from the line. He's got a 1-and-1 coming. Wack with 8 points so far tonight. Misses.
Wow.
Big rebound there by Andrew Croft. Keon Brooks comes end-to-end, puts the jump shot up, misses. Rebounded by Owens. And if that's going to be on Brooks, that's number 4 or number 5. I'm not sure who's going to get that. There were a couple players around. It's going on number 21, Andrew Croft. That just as easily could have gone on Keon Brooks because the 2 of them were right around there.
That's Croft's 4th foul also.
No, that's his first, Croft. Andrew Owens makes the first one.
I'm just telling you what this is.
Andrew Owens with the second one. Owens gets both. Back to a 13-point lead now.
Yeah, 2 of them. 0 and 21.
Owens with 13 points. There's going to be a foul called on the Greyhounds, and I think that's going to go on Malloy. John Michael Malloy picks up number 5, and he will be out of the game.
John Michael Malloy, his 5th.
That'll put Keon Brooks at the line. Malloy can't believe he was charged with that foul, but there's nothing he can do about it now.
In the lineup for the
That's going to bring Cole Jenkins back in.
Keon Brooks at the line.
Keon Brooks will have 2 shots. 3 for 4 from the line so far tonight. First one is up. It is good. Brooks picks up his 14th point of the night. So both of the big boys were playing with 4 fouls. Malloy picks up his 5th. Who are we going to get this called on now?
21. Croft.
Croft is going to pick up the foul for the Legends. That's his second. Number 9 on the team. Jalen Wack will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
15, Jalen Wack.
Wack is 0 for 2 so far tonight from the free throw line. 8 points to this point. First one up by Wack. It's good. Wack gets his 9th point of the game. 3:25 left in this one in regulation. Greyhounds 47, Legends 34. That one is missed by Wack. Bocher comes down. He's going to the line for 2. That one's going to go against Luke Heddy. Number 4 on Luke Heddy. 2 shots for Austin Bocher. He's perfect from the line at 5 for 5.
He just missed one.
Back to the lineup.
I jinxed him.
Yeah.
11, Nate.
Keon Brooks is going to take a little rest, and that's going to put Nate Carbaugh back in.
Carmel 47, Fort Wayne Northside 34, 35 with 3:15 left to go.
Bocher now with 8 points on the night. Just a little bit over 3 minutes left in this one. Petty looking for help. He gets double teamed. And that one's going to go on number 11, Nate Carbaugh. No, I'm sorry. That's going on number 21, Andrew Croft.
And that's his third.
That's his third. I thought they were going to call Carbaugh on that.
His third, team
10th. Both teams in the double bonus. Luke Hetty goes to the line for the first time tonight. Gets his first one. Only 3 points for Luke Hetty. He hasn't scored since the first quarter. But he's been very, very active on the ball all over the place tonight.
Frisch comes in the game for Carmel the first time.
Hetty gets both ends of it. 49-35, 14-point lead. Just under 3 minutes here. 49-35, as I said, in favor of the Greyhounds. Brooks for three. He misses. That one is rebounded by Eddie Gill. Gill has been everything tonight, literally. Gill with 9 points on the evening. Approaching 2.5 minutes remaining in this one in regulation. That one is lost by the Greyhounds. And then turned over, and immediately is that going to be a jump ball? Getting a little rough down there, and we're going to have a foul called. And that one is going to go on Lucas Croft.
And that's 5 on Lucas Croft.
That is 5 on Croft. He is gone for the night.
2:21 left to go in the game. Carmel Greyhounds 49. Fort Wayne Northside Legends 35.
Correction, that's a no call, jump ball, possession.
Okay, that is being corrected now. It is going to be called a jump ball. So that foul will not go against Croft. And on the alternating possession, the Greyhounds do get the ball, but it was getting a little rough under the net there, Perry.
Yeah, it sure was.
Referees coming in and separating the players here. A lot of frustration on the part of the Legends at this point. 2:21 left in this one. The Greyhound fans behind us and to our right are sensing victory here and sensing a trip to the semi-state. Luke Hetty brings the ball down. Brandon Johnson had tipped that ball. Gill, Karsten Windland, back to Eddie Gill. Gill. Greyhounds will be content just to run this clock out. We're under 2 minutes, 49-35 in favor of the Greyhounds. Andrew Owens under the net to Wack. Wack traveled. Oh, there's a foul called. I thought he traveled. That one's going to go on Andrew Croft.
That's his fourth.
Or did they call it? Who did they call that? Yeah, they did call it on Croft.
21, Andrew Croft is fourth.
That's going to put Jalen Wack at the line for 2 shots. Wack is 1 for 4 from the line tonight. 9 points so far. He'll have 2 chances here. Gets the first one. That's 10 points now for Wack.
Frisch coming back in for Windland for the Greyhounds here.
Wack puts the second one up, gets the roll.
That gives him 11, correct?
Gives him 10. Under the net, knocked away by the Greyhounds. Good job there by Jalen Wack. Minute and 30 seconds left here. Greyhounds with a 16-point lead over the Legends. Jalen Wack drives along the baseline. Gill thought about shooting it.
Traveled.
He traveled.
He did.
Yep. 1:20 remaining in this one. Look who's up on the sideline there cheering his Greyhounds along. John Michael Malloy. All the way down to Keon Brooks. Brooks takes the ball in, drives, but he got fouled.
He'll be on Whack.
That's going to be on Jalen Whack. That's going to be number 2 on him. That'll put Brooks at the line for 2 shots. Brooks is 3 for 5 from the line so far tonight. Now 4 for 6. I've got him with 15 points so far in this game.
Windland coming back in the ball game for ball handling skills for the Greyhound. Price comes out.
Brooks with the second shot. He misses that. Jalen Whack, who's been almost Mr. Everything so far tonight. Whack loses the ball. Brooks has got it, puts the jumper up, and gets it for point number 17. Full court pressure. Eddie Gill with the ball. He traveled. He tried to split the defense and slip. And the Greyhound faithful over to our right, they're looking for a foul call.
Price come back in, Windland out.
58.3 seconds left. Greyhounds with a 13-point lead. Legends inbound the ball. Ends up going out of bounds off of the Greyhounds. Legends will retain the ball. Andrew Croft inbounds it. Brendan Johnson. Johnson to Keon Brooks. Brooks takes the three-pointer. He missed, but he's going to go to the line for 3. That one's going to go on Andrew Owens, his second.
Brooks with 3 for the Legends.
Keon Brooks goes back to the line for 3 shots.
First one up and good.
Point number 18 for Brooks. Been to the line 8 times previous to this. Gets the second one.
Back in the lineup.
Missed 3 so far tonight. Cole Jenkins back in for the Greyhounds. 50.9 left on the clock. Keon Brooks with his third of 3. Got all 3. He's got 20 points now. Carmel Greyhounds call a timeout, and that will be a full timeout. So with 48.3 on the clock, Greyhounds 51, Legends 41. You're watching the IHSAA Champions Network, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance.
Logan Street Signs, celebrating over 25 years of Logan Street Signs and Banners, specializing in that last-minute signage and banners. Serving Noblesville and Hamilton County since 1992. You can contact them at 317-773-7200 or check out them on the website on their website, LoganStreetSigns.com.
You know, it's going to take a Reggie Miller type effort. Remember that effort against the New York Knicks a number of years ago?
But anything can happen.
Seconds, but you know, with a player like Keon Brooks out there, Perry, it's not impossible.
No.
It looks very difficult right now. Both teams in the double bonus, so any trip to the line is going to be 2 shots. The possession arrow is in favor of the Legends. The clock at 48.3 is definitely in favor of the Greyhounds. Andrew Owens will inbound the ball from under his net. Keon Brooks guarding the inbound. Gets the ball to Cole Jenkins. Jalen Whack with it. And that's going to be called on Brandon Johnson. That's his first foul of the night for Johnson.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Jalen Whack is going to go back to the line. 3 for 6 from the line tonight for Jalen Whack. Got 10 points, now 11. Second one is up. It is good. So Whack picks up point number 12. 40 seconds remaining, 53-41, long three. That one is an air ball. Austin Bocher trying to make something happen. Ben Frishy got fouled, and that's going to go against Austin Boucher, his fourth.
We ask that all fans please stay off the floor at the conclusion of the game until
Frishy is going to go to the line
please stay off the playing floor
for 2 shots.
Thank you.
He is an 85% free throw shooter. Doesn't see a whole lot of playing time. He's a junior. He'll be back again next year. 1 shot remaining for Frishy. A 12-point lead for the Greyhounds over the Legends at 53-41. 35.3 on the clock. Frishy gets his first points of the game. Brooks with a 3-pointer. He misses. That one's rebounded
by Wack.
Wack has got it. He brings it down the floor, basically uncontested. Greyhounds with 3 tries, and finally, number 4, Bocher comes up with the ball. No, correction, that's number 0, Lucas Croft, up with the ball. That's going to go on Eddie Gill. That is his 5th, so Eddie Gill will be done for the night with 12 seconds left.
15. Check out 14,
Karsten Windland comes back in for him.
That's Eddie Gill's first time to set tonight.
14, Jalen Lockett.
Well, he played all but 12.6 seconds of this game.
Number 10,
Lucas Croft is going to have 2 free throws, but it's all academic at this point, Perry.
Yep.
At the line, Lucas Croft, 2 shots.
Croft misses the first one. 1 more try for Lucas Croft. Croft gets the second one. That's going to bring in number 14, Jalen Lockett. He is a senior for Shabazz Khalik's team. It's all academic now for the Greyhounds. Luke Hetty just holds on to the ball on the sideline. And that's it. So the Carmel Greyhounds advance to the semi-state, defeating the Fort Wayne Legends 54-42. Perry, your thoughts on this game?
You know, it was a great ball game, but the Greyhounds with their defense, they're a tough team when they can get that defense rolling, and they did a great job. Coach Osborne did a great job with his bench too. I mean, he
did. What a tremendous effort by the Greyhounds. And let's not forget just what a great effort the Fort Wayne North Legends put in. So that'll be it for us tonight. We'd like to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast of the IHSAA 4A Regional from the Berry Bowl here in Logansport on the IHSAA Champions Network and also on Hamilton County Television, presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. We'd also like to thank our other great sponsors, Logan Street Signs and Banners, Noblesville Trophies, Community Health, Church, Hiddle and Antrim, and Smith's Jewelers. On behalf of our technical crew and Perry Williams, I'm Brad Silbert saying good night from Logansport.